Tennessee Titans have an offensive-minded head coach for the first time in 6+ seasons. Gone are the years of us watching this offense struggle to gain yards on any type of down and distance. Hopefully, gone are the years of, well, that's the offensive line situation. What are you going to do about it? Gone are the years of run, pass, punt. Gone are the years of Derrick Henry toss plays. Gone are the years of Mike Vrabel just trying to make the game ugly enough to give his team a chance to win because they can't score on offense. Gone are the years of an offensive system and a quarterback being put in a bad spot because another offensive coordinator either gets a head coaching job or isn't good enough and gets fired. Gone are all the years of no continuity on the most important side of the football and the most important position in all of team sports, the quarterback position. It's about damn time the Tennessee Titans got to modern football. Welcome to 2024 Tennessee Titans. We've all been here for a decade, except for the Tennessee Titans. But guys, you made it. Brian Callahan is here to help the Tennessee Titans finally get to modern age football and out of the 1990s or early 2000s where Mike Vrabel liked to roll in the mud. The Titans are here, and we all are victors of that because now we get to watch it instead of watching 20-17 losses because the Titans can't score on the last drive of the game to get any type of points. Gone are all those times. So an A- for me.
Okay, well, you never got to the minus part, Austin. I want to hear why it's a minus.
Does he have the Peyton Manning kiss of death?
Oh, no. The Adam Gase? Are you tracing this back to Adam Gase?
It's not just Adam Gase. There's been some other coaches that have gotten the Peyton Manning kiss of death. And a lot of them have coached and failed at the University of Tennessee. But Peyton Manning has given kisses of approval to a bunch of coaches over the years. And I don't know how many of those have really worked out. But so my sliver, instead of an A, I'm going to go to an A- because I don't truly know if Peyton Manning's kiss of death is a thing or not. But it's been a thing in the past. So that's my one sliver of negativity.
And this year, I've learned that you're a very superstitious person. So this does not surprise me that the Peyton Manning kiss of death does enter your mind here. But you have to be confident of what Brian Callahan's put on paper in the NFL so far. And, going far with Denver and being under Gary Kubiak and Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, and now Zach Taylor, I just think it's huge. And his maturation and growing and learning process started even before he got to the NFL. Because his dad was Bill Callahan. His dad was a head coach in this league. His dad knows offensive line. And look, that's a huge plus coming into a team that has a very bad offensive line as it's currently constructed. And, in Cincinnati, they had a bad offensive line. They threw a lot of money at that problem, and it still didn't get fixed. So even if the offensive line isn't totally patched up heading into this season, which it better be, Callahan's found a way to work around that. Callahan is great at masking deficiencies by using playmakers. Everywhere he's gone, he's had multiple wide receivers that have been able to get the job done. In Tennessee, we've been just begging to have a Batman, but he's had a Batman and a Robin. In Denver, it was Eric Decker. It was Demaryius Thomas. Emmanuel Sanders came in late there when he was up there in Denver. And then in Detroit, Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, they had a great dynamic duo going on in Detroit. And then finally, everybody knows what Cincinnati had. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Two of those three are free agents this upcoming season, T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Which one does he bring? Does he bring any at all? We'll see. But he knows the importance of having multiple threats out wide. The Titans have barely had one over the recent years. So I'm excited because Callahan, sure, he brings ingenuity and he brings creativity and he brings a great background in what's working in the NFL. And you mentioned it, a modern NFL offense. But he also clearly knows the importance of having multiple playmakers out wide. We don't just have to rely on DeAndre Hopkins to go get the third down conversion. Hopefully he brings in a 1B or even a 1A to DeAndre Hopkins 1B, and they work that way. It's so hard for me to not be optimistic about what the ceiling is for Brian Callahan and this Titans offense with a lot of cap money, with draft picks. It's with a young core on offense. It's finally starting to look like something that they can build into being a perennial contender again. And that's why Titans fans should be excited.
Jack, here's another, because I went through my gone are the days little spiel there, right? Here's another thing. Gone are the days of not scoring 30 points in an NFL football game, because it's been 35 consecutive regular season games where the Titans have not scored 30 points in a football game. 35 straight games. They haven't got to 30. That's crazy. They did it the second to last game of the season against the Dolphins in Nissan Stadium 2 years ago. So 35 games in a row for the Titans of non-30. Jack, I'm going to ask you a question. Jake Browning started 7 games for the Bengals last season. How many 30-point games do you think Brian Callahan and Zach Taylor drew up with a backup quarterback in those 7?
I want to say 2, maybe 3.
How about 4?
4 with Jake Browning.
Yep. How about 4 30-point games? And how about one other one that was 27? So 4 30-point games with Jake Browning as the quarterback. And the Titans haven't done it in 35 games.
And I'll go back to that stat. Like with Will Levis, the issue coming out of college was turnovers and turnover-worthy throws and plays. And we saw him, have a couple interceptions dropped, throw a couple more. But overall, it was, Titans fans saw enough to be excited about Will Levis heading into this next season with a new offensive-minded head coach. But Jake Browning, I'm going to bring up that stat again, 70.4 completion percentage, led the entire NFL under Brian Callahan. Like, that is nothing to scoff at. So if Brian Callahan can do that with Jake Browning, imagine what he can do with Will Levis, who has more tools than just, hey, let's make the smart throw here, let's make the right read, let's not risk it. Will Levis is going to be able to do some of that, and he's going to be able to succeed in the short range, intermediate range, throws. We already know what he can do down the field with his deep ball. But if he's able to start firing on all cylinders in the short throws and, the 10 to 12 yard range, Will Levis is going to start to unlock his potential and really start to develop into a top half, potentially even top 10 quarterback in this league under the tutelage of Brian Callahan. So that's what I'm excited for with Will Levis and his growth moving forward.